Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. Today's going to be a bit of a surprise video. We're going to go over the new Dota game. New Dota game? Yeah, it's Dota Underlords. What's this? It's basically Dota Auto Chess, right? Yeah, it is Dota Auto Chess. It's basically the official Dota Auto Chess. This game was basically on nobody's radar, and it just popped up. I guess they didn't really want to deal with the League of Legends Auto Chess, TFT, just, taking all the thunder. I guess they've been working on this game, and they just want to just push it out there as fast as possible. So I played several rounds to get an idea about what the game is about, so I can properly introduce it to you guys. And if you're watching this video, there's a very good chance I'm streaming right now. So if you want to see more than this clip, head on over to twitch.tv/NL_Krip, which is this guy. All right, so a lot of the units are basically the same. In fact, maybe even all of the units are the same because they are Dota characters. The Dota Auto Chess mod was just utilizing the Dota characters, and Dota's like, well, we'll just use our own characters and we'll make our own Auto Chess game because we own this intellectual property, which is why I told you guys I didn't really want to play the Auto Chess mod because it's a mod, and there's so many issues with that I didn't really want to deal with. I didn't think that game would, make the test of time, and here we are basically proving my point. If you own the IP, you basically own the actual game, and that's what Dota's doing. Okay, let's get into it here. I wanted to highlight this one because it was a really epic turnaround. Yeah, this is against bots because when I was recording this footage, it was in closed beta. There's nobody else playing basically tonight, so I just want to give you guys some idea here. I started off with a bit of a comp that pulled an interesting item. It's like a passive item that gave units near my warlocks a little bit of life stealing. It's like 25% life steal. And we're going to get into the dragon here. You'll get a pretty good idea about what this is about here. These items work very differently, and I quite like it. So you're going to kill those PvE bosses, and you better hope that you kill them because items are a big deal in this game. So you get to choose your prize. You don't just get like one random item. You get 3 choices, and there's actually passives, and one of the passives increases the number of choices that you get. And they have different tiers, so some of them are really good. And those items right here, see that box thing on the right there? I'm actually putting items on my units. One unit has one item. From my understanding, there's no item combinations. You just get the full item. And I really hated that about Dota Auto Chess, that it was just so complicated with items. I think the TFT League of Legends version, I think does it pretty well, where there's just 2 combinations. Let's just combine any 2 items and they just come up with something. So that's pretty good. But the Dota Underlords, they're just, you just find the item itself. Screw combining items. And that's pretty cool too. It makes it because each unit can only have one item at a time, that you can't like super stack items. So what you saw there was kind of a big turnaround. I noticed that, first of all of the stats for all of the units are on display full on whenever you want to see them. So you get a pretty good idea about the power level of the units. There's not much guesswork. There's a lot of information out there within the game itself, and a lot of the units kind of behave like they do in Dota Auto Chess. So this game has taken the position where if people want to go and try the other different auto chess-like games and the different IPs, like, League of Legends version, I'm sure there's going to be lots of other versions as well, they can go do that. But I think this kind of stays true to the Dota Auto Chess mod, in a way, the one that people, kind of learn the genre through. If people want to just keep playing that version with a few small optimizations, like the item system, like the menu, like the controls, holy crap, it actually feels like I'm playing a game and not a mod. Everything kind of works as you think it should. The controls are not clunky like hell like they are in the Dota mod. So yeah, just small optimizations, staying true. The characters are very similar, if not basically identical to the Dota Auto Chess mod. So yeah, it's a pretty smooth transition. Speaking of transitions, I was just kind of cruising through here. There's some pretty crazy abilities in this game. Like some of the passives that these guys have stack so crazy with some of the items. One of the guys I built up back there, man, I forget his name, but that's the guy. That's the guy. I think it's Slark. I don't know. It's a little assassin dude, and he gets stronger every time he gets an attack. And I put an item on him that makes him attack like 40% faster and do crazy damage, and he just can't use skills. But he's like silenced permanently, basically. But he doesn't use skills. He just has a passive. So this guy just goes ballistic. In the game prior to this one, I basically started with a, planned strategy. Like, I'm going to get 6 of these dudes. And by the end of the game, I did get 6 of those dudes. Probably helped by the fact that I was up against bots. But at the end, I actually didn't win. In the 1v1 situation, I literally couldn't deal with that guy. If you're wondering, I played knights, which have like bubbles. They take a lot less damage if they're beside each other. But it's an active thing. So if there's like 2 of them and you kill one of them, the last one won't have the buff at all. So very interesting mechanics in that sense. But yeah, so I had those guys, and I had a bunch of the druids. Druids summon and heal. They're actually very good. I basically had a very slow but extremely powerful composition, and I just rolled through everyone else like it was nothing. I basically lost no units until the final AI boss, and he had that Slarker dude, and that guy was just mad. It was only a 2-star. I don't know if he was using the same item that I'm using on mine, but the thing just blew me up. It just got so strong because I didn't have the burst damage to deal with it. He just kept healing. He kept gaining stronger and stronger, and he just like mowed through my whole team like 3,000 damage every single round. So yeah, in this round, the follow-up game, I didn't want to kind of sit on a strategy too closely. I wanted to kind of move things around, and I got an item. Some items are actually passives, like I mentioned, the Warlock item. It's kind of tough to see at this point, but it's there somewhere. It's the first one I selected. It's a passive like aura. So instead of an item, you can actually get an aura, and the aura typically buffs a specific group. So the group that it buffs is Warlocks, so anything near a Warlock, and it's an active aura, so they have to actually be next to them during combat, not just in the setup phase. You get 25% lifesteal, so that's pretty cool. I thought I could basically go with a fairly aggressive composition because I've noticed that not a lot of people have like one-shot abilities. So I thought if I do a lot of damage and I have these passive lifesteal effects, I can probably make it work. And it started turning around. You saw I lost a few matches. The final boss AI was actually beating me pretty handily. Starting to get these like 5-star units, or the tier 5 units, whatever they're called. It started to really make use of the strategy. I mean, a flexible strategy was pretty nice, and seeing all of the units and using a whole bunch of different ones was pretty nice as well. Ooh, look at that. 2-star tier 5s. How about that? You can see the synergy list there on the right. It's very clearly displayed. All those little bubbles is like a tier. So you can see if you have a line, you basically have a bonus that you're looking for. Here, I actually think I ended up going with 2 techies because I noticed that the damage is so crazy. So why not, right? It's kind of interesting just how powerful these tier 5 units are. They just outclass everything else from what I've seen so far. I'm sure there's going to be lots of rebalancing, lots of units and stuff. I don't know what their plans are because we're basically completely in the dark. I got a key for this game, and I just started playing it, and I had no idea they were working on it. I kind of hoped they would be. I mean, it seemed like the logical thing. Auto chess is really popular, and it's a mod in your game. You probably want to actually just make it yourself. Turns out they had exactly the same idea. So that's what it's about overall. I think it stays very true to the classic auto chess experience, and I think there's going to be a lot of different auto chess game types coming up pretty soon. So if you want to stay old school, this is probably what you're going to be playing. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Check out the stream perhaps, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.